Hey, what's going on, guys? Welcome back to another video here on the Nostalgia Factor. And today, guys, is going to be another unboxing video, but this one actually isn't on a video game. Rather, it's a piece of merchandise based off of a video game. This is the unboxing of the Final Fantasy VII Rebirth Limited Edition soundtrack. Basically, the collector's edition version of the soundtrack from all the songs that are in Final Fantasy VII Rebirth. I pre-ordered it on eBay a few days ago, and it actually just arrived earlier today. So, I'm going to be unboxing it here for you guys. I have unwrapped it, but I haven't actually looked inside the box set yet to see what all is in it. But I figured I would take you guys along on this journey with me and kind of see what comes in this soundtrack collector's edition for Final Fantasy VII Rebirth. Without any further ado, let's actually open this thing up and see what it's got. Before we do that, though, I actually have two art cells here that actually came with this soundtrack collector's edition. These are two different lithographs, if you want to call it that, of images from Final Fantasy VII Rebirth. Kind of give you guys an overview there. This one here is the remade version of Aerith praying in the ancient city, or City of the Ancients, rather. Very high quality detail. The visuals in this game, recreated from the PS1 game, are absolutely beautiful. This is something I'd get framed up as well for my room, or my game room. And this here is actually one of the promotional posters for Final Fantasy VII Rebirth with the entire cast actually looking out on the planet. I couldn't tell you what location it is, but it's a pretty cool and detailed photograph here. This has nothing to do with the soundtrack itself, but they're two cool art pieces that came with the set. So these are definitely frameable pieces that I would like to get done at some point. So all in all, this is just a really cool start to it. Definitely some cool artwork from the game. Guys, this here is the front of the soundtrack collector's edition. As you guys can see, this is the image of the Buster Sword here on the front. At the bottom there, you have an actual physical, like, solid version of materia. I really like the glow and detail on the box there. So really nice touch. This is just a really cool, simple cover to the soundtrack collector's edition. If we flip it around here, there's nothing really to view. Just a simple black box with the Final Fantasy VII Rebirth Meteor logo there on the side. But obviously, though, this is actually a really cool box set. I love the outside of this thing. The subtlety with the Buster Sword and the nice touch with the glowing materia. Really, really cool exterior here. But let's crack this thing open and see what's inside. So guys, when you first open this thing up, you see the inside cover here with a little glowing materia on it. But as you flip through, you realize just how detailed this thing is. On the inside here, we have that lithograph of Aerith from one of the images I showed you earlier. This is on the front inside cover. Really beautiful image here to kind of start off looking at this soundtrack. But the art style in this game is just amazing for a remake. But if we transition over here, what we have here is a disc rack display is the best way to describe it. The more we flip through here, the more you guys can see there are roughly, I believe, 7 to 8 different discs in this game that are actually within this collector's set. And there are a ton of songs. Pretty much every song that shows up in Rebirth shows up on one of these marked discs. So as if we flip through here, you guys can see every single disc that is available on this soundtrack. It's a pretty meaty one, so to speak. After we flip through all of the discs there, we can actually see a little promotional pamphlet here for the Final Fantasy VII Orchestra World Tour. Basically, every song that showed up in that World Tour showed up here in this soundtrack collection. So that's pretty cool little pamphlet there. We got an image of the gold saucer next in the box set, and we flip it over, there's actually more to it. If we flip it around here, we can actually get a good list of a lot of the songs that actually show up on the soundtrack CDs, including the CD that actually shows up behind it here. As you guys can see here, this is the Special Selection CD, where it has a lot of the remastered Collector's Edition songs, which is pretty cool. And there's a list of a lot of the ones that do show up. Some of you Final Fantasy VII fans might recognize some of these, like Electric Day Chocobo, Let's Go Chocobo. We have some of the other classic tunes, like the Gold Cup, which is from the Gold Saucer races. We just have a good selection of tracks here if you guys want to stop and read those. Got Kyrie's theme, Beck's theme, a lot of the original characters to this remake trilogy. Jump Frog from that minigame in Final Fantasy VII, that little cool ditty that shows up. There's just a lot of really cool exclusive songs that show up here. And if we even take this back part out, if we flip that back here, guys, to kind of cap that off, it's just a nice, another lithographic image, I know English, of some of the art that I already showed you guys earlier in those little collector's edition art pieces. So all in all, guys, that is what the Final Fantasy VII Soundtrack Collector's Edition is comprised of. A lot of really cool exclusive pieces of music, some cool discs, a beautiful box, some pretty cool inserts, and all in all, just a fantastic piece for anyone who is a collector for Final Fantasy VII and or a fan and want to listen to a lot of really cool music from the orchestra. That, guys, is going to do it for today's brief unboxing. This isn't a video game or anything, but it is a piece of cool merchandise related to a video game that I absolutely love. And I finished my time with Rebirth recently, and it was a pretty good game, all in all. I have a few minor nitpicks with it, but it was an amazing game with the visuals, story, music, characters, and I'm kind of interested to see where the last part of the remake trilogy goes, and what else they do with the Final Fantasy VII series from here. Otherwise, though, guys, hope you guys enjoyed this unboxing. If you are interested in purchasing this for yourself, you can acquire it through eBay and or Square Enix's store. I don't know if it's honestly available through the Square Enix shop or not. I acquired mine on eBay through pre-order, so you guys probably will be able to do the same. So I would recommend checking online sources like eBay or Amazon if you want to pick this up for yourself. Otherwise, hope you guys did enjoy. Give the video a like if you did enjoy it. Subscribe to the channel if you guys want to catch up on game reviews, unboxings, gaming collaborations, and everything else we do here on the channel. And comment your thoughts and feelings down below on what you guys thought about it. Otherwise, that's all for today. Until next time, this has been Ryan from the Nostalgia Factor saying, keep on gaming.